Hey, welcome to Dad's Offsides, episode number 9. I'm Andy.
I'm Tim. Welcome in.
So, we're going to start things off today and talk about the NFL draft. Tim and I both forgot it was last night. Until late last night, I got an alert on my phone, Yahoo Sports Alert, ESPN, all blowing up my phone telling me who got drafted where. Then it clicked. Oh, yeah, it's definitely draft night.
Dude, I
Totally
got
forgot.
so many notifications. So
Totally
many
forgot.
like it just kept my phone kept I went and turned them off. Like I don't care that the Raiders are selecting Mendoza. We've known that
Right.
for months. We've known that for months. Nobody cares.
Exactly. Well, and it's got the Yahoo pulled up this tracker on my phone. Since I have the app, it just automatically voluntarily said, "Here, let's track the
Mhm.
draft for you. I'm going to go ahead and stick this on your
Yeah,
screen, regardless if you want it there or not."
right.
So whatever. But yesterday was my oldest daughter's birthday, so didn't really have the phone too much, anyways. So I kind of caught up with things later in the evening. But let's go over the top 5 picks real quick. Give some thoughts on them. Then we'll talk about who the Commanders picked and who the Patriots picked. I think Commanders took at number 7, if I'm not mistaken. And I think you guys had 28. The Patriots had 28, if I'm not wrong. Anyways,
We
so,
traded up. We traded up to 28.
okay. That's right. Oh, that's right. Yeah, because you guys made it to, that's right. You're right. So the first pick, as we already said, Fernando Mendoza. I think everybody on planet Earth knew this guy was going to go here first, regardless if Kirk Cousins was
Mhm.
on the Raiders.
Mhm.
Best case scenario for these guys, Mendoza sits a few games, Kirk Cousins starts, and then Mendoza comes in, takes over. Kind of like the Russ
Yeah.
Jackson Dart last year in New York.
The
And then
Raiders,
best okay.
the Raiders they have good pieces there. They're building. I think the Raiders are building something decent. Are they good
Yeah,
right
now that they got
now?
Max Crosby back.
Yeah, I mean, are they yeah. Are they good right now? No, they're not. But I think they're
Yeah.
moving in the right direction. So,
hmm
you know,
Hey,
it's
a
tough
rebuild
for a
starts
new
with the quarterback
quarterback.
position.
It's tough with a rookie quarterback, but I think bringing in Kirk Cousins was a good idea because, he can learn from him, possibly. They've got some good pieces on offense. I don't know.
hmm
I think in a couple years, the Raiders could be a decent team.
Yeah, I agree. And also, I mean, best case scenario for these guys, Mendoza comes in and absolutely tears it up. Does that mean they're going to win? No. I mean, look at New York. Look at the New York Giants. They had some really good games with Jackson Dart, but they didn't make
Mhm.
it to the playoffs. But yeah, like you
Yeah.
said, they're in a good spot to be successful. They just have to make sure they keep doing so. The second pick was the
Mhm.
Jets. David Bailey, edge rusher out of Texas Tech. Third pick. This one baffled me a little bit when I was looking back. I couldn't believe. I believe that this guy got drafted this high, but by the Cardinals didn't make any sense at all. Jeremiah Love, the dude I
No.
was really high on.
No.
Love
It
the
makes
dude, love the player, love the way he plays, but it makes no sense at all that the
no.
Cardinals picked him up.
No, it doesn't. It's awful. Now the Cardinals literally have 4 starting running backs, okay?
Ridiculous.
4 of them.
And
So
no line.
they're gonna have to they're gonna have to make some moves. And what does this mean for fantasy football? Well, for fantasy football, you can't touch any of those guys now.
Nope.
You can't pick any of those guys because if you're gonna do running back by committee, even if it's just 2 people, that makes it tough. 3 people, can't touch them. 4 people, definitely can't touch them. I mean, this is like fantasy, you can't do it.
Gridlock. There should be a name for the term if there's more than two quarterbacks. Yeah, 2 running backs should be the committee. Then when you start to get into 3, there's a different name, and then 4 should just be some absurd
Dude, 4 is a whole
reference.
conference.
A running back
4 is a whole
orgy.
conference, dude. That's a whole conference. You can't they're not going anywhere like that. I think they'll make some moves. I think they're gonna get rid of one of them.
Yeah,
You
they're still
know.
going to be on. They're still not going to have. I mean, they'll have some flashy games here and there, but yeah, I didn't like that pick at all. Next up was number 4, Tennessee Titans. They took Carnell Tate, wide receiver at Ohio State. Obviously, they needed help at
Uh-huh.
wide receiver. A lot of other places too, but that pick wasn't too far fetched. And then rounding out the top 5 was Arvell Reese, Ohio State. So a lot of people had the Jets taking Reese at number 2, and
Uh-huh.
a lot of people are saying Reese is an overall better player than the Jets' number 2 pick, David Bailey. But I feel like that's not fair. let's get them into training camp. Let's see what they do. Let's get a couple preseason games under their belt. At least give them like a quarter of the season to prove something, because you don't know until you get out there. It's all stats, like previous
Yeah.
stats and predictions and all this other BS. But
I mean, the Jets are a team that they needed the guy that they got. They
yeah,
needed the guy at the 5th spot too, and they probably need the guy in spot 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
just give them the
I
whole
mean,
damn draft.
the Jets. Do you know the Jets have not won a playoff game
Yeah,
since like I don't know. I saw some stat. It was a wild stat. Like the
that's what
Jets,
happens when your coach falls asleep at the NFL Combine.
they just can't get their stuff together, man. I don't know. Like, and I know that they were in that division with Tom Brady for all those years, but I mean that's
Yep.
not an excuse. The teams just like they never seem to advance forward. So
Do you remember years and years and years ago when they had one of the like best defenses in football back
mhm,
when they had Darrell Revis,
yeah,
and they
yep.
were good. They were good defense, but man, their offense sucked.
You know who I
Pretty
miss?
sure
You know who I miss? Herm Edwards.
Herm, good old Herm.
You
We
know
need to bring
Herm
Herm in there to fix
and his post game press conferences. He wasn't afraid to
old Herm
yell at
Edwards.
somebody. Wasn't he? Wait,
Who was the guy
Her,
that, who was the
Her
Cardinals coach that always came in and said
Denny
and was
Green.
always like pissed off?
Denny Green, but Herm Edwards was better. Okay,
They are who we thought they were.
Herm Edwards was the you play to win the game guy. Remember that?
Yeah.
You play to win
Mm-hmm.
the game. But the best rant of all time, the best rant of all time. Come on, it wasn't Herm. Come, dude.
Who? Wasn't Bill Belichick.
Jim Mora. Belichick don't say anything. Jim
That's what
Mora.
I said.
Playoffs? Playoffs? You talking about playoffs? Dude, that's the best. That's the best. He's like, I'm just hoping we can win a game.
That's the Jets right now.
Yeah.
All right, so that's top 5 picks, and then looking at our teams and who they picked, the Commanders picked up Sonny Styles, a linebacker. He's at Ohio State too.
Got a cool name.
Got a cool name. It's a position they needed. I'm okay with it. I wasn't upset. He's a fast guy. Pair him up with a couple other running backs on the team that have some speed. And they got a lot of young talent at defense. They just got to make sure that act on it the correct way and play it right. But New England drafted an offensive tackle. It's boring, but at the same time, it's smart.
That's
Pretty
what
sure
we need.
I'm pretty sure he's most likely known for like a pass protection tackle rather than a run blocking tackle.
Yeah,
Which
that's what we need. I
is
mean,
good.
if you
Yeah.
look at the Super Bowl, we couldn't protect the quarterback in the Super
Yeah.
Bowl at
Yeah.
all. And Will Campbell, I know everybody's really high on Will Campbell and on the offensive line. And the bottom line is he might be good on paper, but he's getting run over every game. He's
Yeah,
getting
he needs some help.
completely blown up. And
Yeah.
I know that the team has said that, they're not, we're not moving on from Will Campbell. We're going to give him a chance. And I understand that. That's fine. But it's got to be a
I
short
hope
stance
so.
here.
There's a 1 year under his belt.
But
sounds
dude,
like a Danny.
you can't,
That sounds like a Danny Snyder move right there.
I
Get him out of
understand,
here.
but I understand, but how long are you gonna let your franchise player get blown
Yeah.
up? You can't
Yeah.
like I'm telling you, we got to fix that, and it's got to be fixed in like the first half of this season that's coming up.
Yeah. The only bad thing about this pick is they did trade up to get
Mhm.
this pick and gave the
Yeah.
Bills their pick back. So
Yeah.
that kind of sucks for the Patriots. The Bills getting the pick when they weren't,
I'm fine with that
guaranteed
because
one.
I'm fine with that because look, we got the offensive lineman. We don't have a lot of players leaving this year.
True.
We picked up
You're
Romeo Daubs. Okay, he's okay, I guess. And they're talking now we're going to get AJ.
That's not what you said when it happened.
Well, you're not letting me finish. So we picked up Romeo Daubs, who's okay, I guess. And now considering we're probably going to get AJ Brown, those are the big rumors.
I saw that.
I think we're going to be just fine if that's the case, as long as we can block for Drake
You
May.
better hope he doesn't bring the drama with him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
What-
my
what
whole
am I-
team's
what-
drama.
what
My
am
whole
I
team's
talking-
drama right now.
I was about to say,
so-
what am I talking about? Your head coach has got drama follows him everywhere he goes.
That's ridiculous. That's a situation. That's stupid, dude. That's just a dumb thing to be caught up in, and she sucks too. The reporter, she's an awful person. She is. She is an
She
awful person.
sucks. Boo.
She's an awful person, and he
The
is
way
too.
you said that, the way she sucks too.
She does. You see
I'm
some of the
sorry.
stuff he said in the past? She sucks.
Yeah. Yeah,
Absolute
you're right.
worst.
I mean, it looked like it was a fun draft. And I mean, I missed all of it. But night 2 will be tonight, and then they'll conclude the draft over the weekend. I think there's 5 rounds total, something like that. But after
Oh, what do you mean 5 rounds? Dude, there's like 8 or
isn't there
9 rounds to the draft. What are you talking
is
about?
there? I don't know. I
Yeah,
can't ever remember. Every time I fantasy draft in Madden, I only do the first like 2 or 3 and then skip the rest and don't pay attention.
nice.
Um, but yeah, none of the other rounds are like televised. Like last night, they're usually just they'll run them on the ticker, usually on
I'm gonna
ESPN or
remind
wherever.
you that Tom Brady was taken like in the 6th round.
There's a lot of good. That's what we could do one time. We could talk about. We could pick our favorite players that were drafted really late, and they turned out to be. I mean, I know who yours is going to be, obviously, right now, but I'd
I
have to
mean, the
find a
obvious
good one.
answer is Tom Brady. I mean, he was picked
Yeah,
199.
true, true. What do they
And
call the last pick? Last man of the draft, last pick of the draft, Mr. Irrelevant. Is that right?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I don't think we've ever seen a successful Mr. Irrelevant, have we?
I don't know. We should look that up.
Wasn't the commander? I think when the Commanders were still the Redskins, they had one year they had the last pick, and he was I want to say it was McCaffrey, Luke McCaffrey, Christian McCaffrey's brother, the wide
Oh, I think
receiver.
you're right. I think you're right. I
I
do remember
think,
that. Yeah.
and I mean he hasn't been like superstar status, but he's done his job, so he's
He's all
still
right.
yeah. I mean he's a McCaffrey, he's got to be good. It's like being a Watt. He's success just comes
Right.
naturally, right?
Yep.
All right. So now we're gonna move on to the game. We're gonna give this another try this week.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead. Remind them of this glorious name you picked out for this game.
Yeah. So we're going back to who dat. Okay, but this time we're not picking a person.
Nope.
We're picking a food. We think that
Yep.
we kind of narrowed it down a little bit. So
And
Andy's picked a food. I've picked a food. We don't know what they are. We'll take turns
we're
asking
trying to keep it
questions.
as simple. We tried to keep the food. Well, I tried to keep the food as simple as I could. I don't want to make it
So
too
we're gonna
difficult.
go back and forth. Whoever guesses it first gets the point. Current.
I brought a pen and a paper this time.
Here's our current standing.
Okay.
All right,
Two
I'll let you
behind.
go
I
first.
like it. All right. Is your food? Do you usually eat the food hot?
No.
Okay.
All right. If I went to a buffet and I saw your food, would I be excited?
Yes.
Okay.
Same question.
Absolutely not. Unless you're a weird person.
Okay.
Okay. Is
Not
your
excited
food
for buffet.
is your food primarily a breakfast food?
Not primarily. It can be, but it's not primarily.
So when you think of it, you don't think breakfast.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Okay. Is your food fast food? Does it start at a fast food restaurant?
No. Is your food typically served hot?
Yes.
Okay.
Do humans eat your food?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you might have picked like cat food or something.
Oh. All right. Is your food
What
considered?
food wouldn't you be excited for to see on a buffet? You're at a buffet.
Wait till you see this answer. You're gonna know.
Is it freaking
Um,
cabbage?
is your food considered healthy?
No.
Dude, I had a guess from the beginning, and everything is lined up with this guess. I might just take a shot on my next turn.
Is your food Do you eat your food is it like one single piece of food or is it like a lot of little pieces to the food? Does that make sense?
Mm, So it can be in pieces, I guess, but
Okay.
typically it's not. Typically it's
Okay. All right. Go ahead. You want to guess?
Mm. No, I'm gonna keep going.
Okay.
Is your food considered Italian?
Yes.
Dude, I got you. Let's go. I got you. You better guess right now. You better rip one off. I got you.
Is your food cabbage?
No.
Damn.
All right,
Go
I'm
ahead.
guessing your food is pizza. Dude, no
Yeah.
joke. That was no joke from the very first question. That's what was in my mind.
Hey, it's you got your 61 back. Remember I guessed 61 out of the blue. Now we're even.
All right, so
I
I
mean,
get the
mine was a
point.
little more impressive, but
I get the point. So mine
that's fine.
is mine you would dip. You would dip with
Okay.
a spoon, like a
Mm-hmm.
big spoon probably, and then you would probably eat it with a spoon.
Like you dip it out with a spoon to put on your plate.
Mhm.
Baked
Uh,
beans.
comes in a variety of colors, and it is sweet.
Comes in a variety of colors. It's sweet. It's not hot. Not excited to see it on a buffet.
It's a
It's not fast
big thing
food.
at a Chinese buffet,
Not excited to see it at a Chinese buffet.
but it's there.
Is it because
They
it
all
is it because it's not Chinese food?
Oh, it's definitely not Chinese food.
It is okay. That makes sense now. What color is it?
It can be all colors, dude. It can be
Oh,
blue,
yeah,
green,
you said that.
red, orange,
Jello.
Jello.
Is it Jello? Yeah, I wouldn't be excited to see Jello either. Um, so when you said would I be excited to see it on a buffet, and I wanted to answer yes at Pizza Hut because the Pizza Hut buffet was where it
Mm,
was at. Well,
gotcha. Pizza
that's
Hut
a lot more
buffet used to be
successful.
back in the day, Pizza Hut buffet used to be really good.
Yeah, I haven't been there in a real. That's what I was referring to. Those good old days, like the
Yeah.
'90s. I'm not. I don't. I haven't been there in a while.
Dude,
I still like Pizza Hut.
you know who had the best buffet in the 90s? Sizzler. Did you guys have
They
Sizzler?
still they still have the best buffet.
There is no Sizzler.
Isn't the Sizzler and the Sizzlin the same thing?
Okay, just to be clear, the Sizzler and Western Sizzlin, they're two different things, my man. Two different
Ah,
things.
I've never been
Now,
to a Sizzler, so
Sizzler in the 90s, I just like saying that word. It's starting to lose meaning. Sizzler. It doesn't Sizzler sound like a Batman villain? Sizzler
the
sounds like it
Sizzler,
could be a
the
Batman villain.
Sizzler. Oh no, it's the Sizzler.
Dude, the Sizzler, when you're like 13 years old and you're going up there getting like a mound of fried shrimp, Sizzler.
Yeah, I never been. I've never. I had never been to a Sizzler. Unfortunately, I had been to a Ponderosa. I
Mm.
don't really
It's
remember
like
much
it's
about it.
like that, yeah.
That was dying out when I was probably like
Mhm.
my oldest kid's age, like 7, 8 years old. So I don't
Yeah,
really remember much about it.
same.
Now Western Sizzlin, I do know very well.
Mhm.
Love that place. They got a good buffet too.
I believe you could walk to the nearest Western Sizzlin.
I could.
I wouldn't advise it.
I
All right,
wasn't either. It's a
moving
busy
on.
intersection.
Moving on. I'm calling overtime. Write down a number between 1 and 100
Why?
because I'm calling overtime. I just called it.
Why you want me to embarrass you again? All right, 1 in a
Got
hundred.
my number. You can go first.
All right, 41.
Shut up.
Is it really 41?
No, it's not. Higher.
Okay. I was about to say. All right.
All
Higher
right.
than 41. Okay.
65.
Higher. 50.
Higher. 92.
Lower. Um, 75.
Higher. 84.
Lower. 100.
That's a dumb guess. You want to take it back?
Nope.
Lower.
It's about as bad as mine. 1.
75.
Lower.
All right. I got you.
83.
Lower. Man, you got me now. All right. All right. I gotta zone in. 70.
Lower. 80.
Lower.
One of us going to get this here.
69.
Lower. You're just going to go down the line, aren't you?
Damn it.
78. Is that it? Nice.
What
Want
was
to see
yours?
my number? 67.
Damn it. Why didn't I think of that? That's so stupid. I should have got that.
67.
All right.
Sorry.
Updating the board.
Been hanging around my kids too long. That's a pity point, man, but I'll take it.
Trying to get double points. All right. Updated score.
Backfired. All right, still down by 2. I like my chances. We've got the whole year left.
Lesson of the day. Don't be greedy.
All right, so as you well know, we have a TikTok and we also have this YouTube page where we post our podcasts. Try to do it at least once a week. TikTok's going up daily usually. And we also have an email, dadsoffsides@gmail.com. We had somebody send us over an email yesterday, I think it was. It might have been the day before. And he's a new dad, and he was asking for dad advice for some reason from us. And being I have 2 kids, Tim has 1, and Tim's child is a lot older. Tim's more experienced. Maybe that's why he was coming to us. Maybe he's asking you and not me.
I doubt
Because
that.
I still don't know. I still don't know what I'm doing. Anyways, his name's Tyler. So I'll read the email that he sent. He said, "Hey, Dads All Sides, reaching out because I'm about 3 weeks into being a first-time dad, and I am in over my head, I think. Don't get me wrong, my daughter's amazing, but the newborn fog is real. I feel like I'm constantly doing something wrong, whether it's the way I hold her or just not knowing why she's crying for the 10th time in an hour. My wife is doing an incredible job. I feel like I'm just the assistant, and I'm worried I'm not actually bonding or doing enough to support my wife. I read blogs. They all say something different. My dad just says, you'll figure it out. But I'd love some real world advice from you guys. How do I get past the fear of breaking the baby? What's the one thing you wish someone told you during month 1 that actually matters? Thanks for being the sanity during the 3 a.m. feedings."
So that's funny.
He listens to us at 3 o'clock in the morning. Wow.
It's funny you bring up. It's funny that he brings up breaking the baby because that's something that my mom told me.
She told you don't break the baby?
No, she said you're not going to break him.
Oh.
She's like, I remember her saying that. She's like, don't worry, you're not going to break him. And I mean, she's right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like, in kids,
Yeah.
Little kids are a little bit different, but as they get older and everything, kids are unbreakable, man. They're more energy.
Children are not as fragile as they look. Babies are not as fragile as they look. Now, obviously, be careful what you're doing, but like when you're changing the diaper or you got to get a kid into a onesie for the 8th time and it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, don't be afraid to take that arm, stick it up in there, give it a little push up there. They ain't going to do anything. If they're crying, it's most likely because they're hungry or they just, they're a month old. They don't know what the hell's going on.
Same as us. That's when I cry, when I'm really hungry,
Yeah, I like that. I like the break. You're not going to break the baby advice. There's 2 things I would probably say here, Ty. Number 1, lower your bar right now. Don't hold yourself so accountable to be successful because right now success is basically making sure the baby's fed, you're fed, the wife's fed, and you're surviving. Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what you got to do. Number 2, tapping out is totally allowed. If you need a break, just tell your wife. You guys can plan a break. If you need to just step out, get out of there. I can't count how many times my oldest, Braylon, she had colic. I can't count how many times I came home from work and Casey would just be sitting there rocking her in the chair, and I could just tell like she was boiling over, and the look on her face was just give her here, go take a break, go tap out, go
Yeah.
rest, do whatever you got to do to get yourself back, because number one, it's a baby. You don't want to take frustration out on someone that doesn't know what's going on, and number two, it's just that's messed up. You don't want to do that. So take the break, lower the bar, you'll be good, man.
Yeah.
You know what's gonna happen? This baby's gonna this baby's gonna turn a year, right? You're probably gonna get up on number two, right? The baby number two is gonna come. It's gonna be totally different, and you're gonna be
Uh-huh.
like, "Oh, you fell. You're all right. Stand up." While the blood
Yep.
gushes out of a cut.
Yeah. It's just like
And that,
everything else in life with anxiety. I mean, most
yeah,
people have some form of anxiety. And it's just like all of that. You enter something new, you automatically have anxiety. And once you get into it, a month, 2 months, 3 months, look
yeah,
back to how you first felt and think about how you feel now. I bet it's totally different, right? It's totally
yep,
different. And
totally,
I think, I know this isn't a talk on anxiety. I didn't want to turn it that way. But if you have anxiety, think back on your life of all the times that you had anxiety that you didn't need to have it, right? That it
hmm
just worked out properly for you. And I think that that's an important thing for life. And I've used that and my son as well. So I think that's important.
yeah. Also, not everybody has this luxury, but if you have a village, use it, man.
Hmm.
Use it. Use your
Yep.
village. Use your parents. If your parents live near you, or your parents are around, or your wife's parents, friends that you trust, any other family that you trust, use it. Do something. Let them watch the baby. Watching a baby is easy, right?
Yep.
You just gotta feed it and change it, right? Go out, have some fun, go get dinner, watch a movie, do something you like. Even if it's you going out doing something for yourself, or your wife going out with friends, do it. Like, just do it.
Yeah. I
You're gonna
mean,
look
or,
back and be like, "Why didn't I get out of the house?"
or take them across the street. Let Western Sizzlin watch them for a little bit. They can
Just don't
gum
walk.
dude, they can gum some steak.
They could have one of those
Mhm.
rolls, man. Oh, the Russian sizzling rolls is where it's at.
I don't I don't know what kind of rolls they have. I've only been there once ever to that.
I just went there last week for the first time in years. I don't think I had been there since probably since Bray, my oldest, was like two, maybe one and a
Mm,
half, two, and she just turned seven. That's how long it's been since I've been there. We just don't go out to eat that often anymore. So
yeah.
when Casey told me we were going there, it was after a funeral service for one of her family members. They were like, "We're going to the Western Sizzlin, gonna have some food, get together, just convene in a restaurant." And they said Western Sizzlin, and she's like, "Are you gonna come?" I'm like, "Yeah, duh, get in the buffet." Dude, I used to go
Yeah.
to the Western Sizzlin and get the buffet and order a steak.
Yep. You have to.
You have to, because you can't
You
get the
have to. I
salad
mean,
bar
you're
without
going
the
to Western
buffet.
Sizzle and they specialize in steak, so you gotta get a steak, right? And then you can't just walk by all this food, like 50, 60 handles, okay, of stuff you can dip, and you're not gonna get any of it? Can't do it.
Exactly. How did we go from giving dad advice to Western Sizzlin buffets?
I don't know, but I think it ties in well.
It does tie in well. Hey, Ty, whenever your baby's old enough, take him to the Western Sizzlin. Show him what's right. So, thought of a great name for this segment. We're going to keep doing it as long as you guys send us emails, dadsoffsides@gmail.com. You can email over if you want some dad advice. We can give that, or if you just want to ask a question, whatever it may be. We're calling this the database. The dad base. And that also qualifies as the dad joke of the day. You're welcome.
It is pretty
All right.
nice. Well done.
Anything else you want to add?
No, just well done. A plus for that.
All right. Check us out. We got this YouTube channel here. You can watch all our podcasts. Try to podcast every week. Check us out on TikTok, Dad's Offsides. You can email us, dadsoffsides@gmail.com. And we'll see you for episode 10. See ya.
See ya.
I got to get a vortex.